In this video, we'll answer the question, can I be a therapist if I am mentally ill myself? Now, the very short answer to this question is yes, you absolutely can be. But that said, I acknowledge I'm biased. I sell therapist training courses. So of course, I want to say yes because I want people on my courses. So let's dig a bit more into that question. First of all, it's worth noting that 1 in 3 people in the world is going to experience some mental health condition, mental health problem throughout their life, and that number is on the rise. So if that ruled you out from being a therapist, then we're ruling out a massive chunk of the population. In fact, we would be rolling out most of the people who are actually therapists. Being inside and knowing a lot of therapists, I know that most of us are in it because we have some personal experience with mental health. Maybe it's ourselves, maybe it's a close family member, but generally people get into this industry because they've seen how hard it is and because they want to help people. They know what it's like, they know what's worked for them, and they want to bring that experience to help ease the suffering of others. And in fact, that personal experience is incredibly useful. It helps keep you motivated, it helps you understand clients better, and it helps you be really passionate about what you do. So really useful for that. But is that enough on its own? Well, there's some questions we need to ask around. As a therapist, we have an important role, right? Because we're working with vulnerable people. And so we need to be able to hold it together when we're in the room for them. We need to be able to function on a daily basis so that we can get to them. So if you are someone who, for example, struggles to regularly make appointments, then you're going to struggle to be there for your clients, and maybe that is a problem. That said, it depends on the reasons and the situations for that. One of the really good therapists I know, before they became a therapist, they did a job in sales, they didn't care about it. On a regular basis, they would just stop turning up to work for a few days because they just couldn't be bothered. And that seems like a red light for being a therapist, right? But actually, when they retrained as a therapist, suddenly they were helping people. Suddenly they were doing something that they found really fulfilling. And that problem of, oh, I hate my life, I can't be bothered to turn up to work, went away because they were doing something they found really rewarding. And so what you would think is a red flag, actually they were able to get over by doing something that they really wanted to do, which was counselling. So you do need to be congruent, you do need to be together in the room for the client, you do need to turn up to your appointments. But if you're doing a job, a training you don't really care about right now and you're struggling to do that, it might be you would struggle to do that with client, but it might also be that you're just doing something you don't care about and therefore don't have the motivation to do that, and that's something worth considering. So how do you know? How do you know if you could actually, if you're doing something fulfilling, you could actually hold it together and be there for the clients? Well, a great way is to do some training, right? Or to do some volunteering. So let's tackle those. Let's tackle volunteering first. That's a great way to do it. Doing something like Samaritans or some volunteering with a local mental health charity, cruise bereavement, something like that. It's not a job. You can do it part-time. You can do it in your spare time, and you can see if you're effectively able to function in that volunteering role. And if you are, then great. That's probably a sign that you could move on and do it professionally. If not, well, then you've learned something, right? Every time we learn something that's really useful, it's not always what we want to hear, but it is always useful. So you could try volunteering in your free time, see if that works out. If so, progress that on to something more professional. Or you may decide that the volunteering adds enough to your life that in itself just makes life better and you're happy with that. Then you could also do some training. So it's not like you have to commit to like a 3-year degree in psychotherapy. You can go off, you can do a 12-week evening course, you can do a 1-year part-time course that you can fit around work. There's loads of options where you can start doing the training and seeing if it is something that you're really excited about, that you're really engaged in, that you consistently deliver your homework on, for example. And if so, again, that suggests that you're going to thrive quite well working as a professional. And if not, well, just doing the training itself will be super useful for you. I've learned so much about myself just learning about all the psychotherapy and then doing it with clients. All of that has really helped me as well as helping them. So even if you do the training and then decide, all right, yeah, I did a year of learning about psychotherapy and it turns out I don't want to do it as a job, that is in no way wasted time, because you're going to understand yourself way more. You're going to have all of these really useful psychological tools, and you're going to have an answer to the question of, do I want to pursue this? Can I pursue this as a career? Hopefully that's giving you some insight and some confidence that even if you have your own personal mental health difficulties, you can still help other people. If you found this useful, then please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're interested in mental health training or you're working as a mental health professional, hit that subscribe button, because that's what this channel is all about. And I would love to see you in another video.